And we welcome you to R.A. Faginal Hall here on the campus of Elmhurst College as we get set for the men's game between Elmhurst and North Central. But first, a very special presentation. Head coach John Baines. It is senior day here at Elmhurst, and they are honoring a very special senior, Colin Bomstead, who is graduating early, 6-foot senior from Earlville, Illinois. He's going to move on to med school, so let's listen in to Coach Baines.
Colin is a biochem major, and he's been accepted to med school and will be leaving in January. He'll be January 15th. He'll be at St. George's University in Granada. He is a two-time winner of our Community Service Award. He is one of our best students. He is a bright, loyal, hard-working young man, and we wish him luck as he goes to med school. This will be his last home game as a senior.
Quite an impressive young man. So Colin Bomstead, his final home game as a Blue Jay before he heads off to med school. We are just about 6 minutes or so away. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for the opening tip-off. Blue Jays and the Cardinals live on BlueJayTV.com.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
And we welcome you to R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College as we bring you Blue Jay basketball. Today, the Blue Jays of Elmhurst take on the Cardinals of North Central College in a key CCIW battle. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. We're glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Great matchup and a great test for this Blue Jays team. Elmhurst coming in with an unbeaten record of 6-0, 1-0 in the CCIW. A win for Elmhurst against Milliken 9 days ago in Decatur, the lone conference win for the Blue Jays. That was an 85-60 win over the Big Blue. Meanwhile, the Cardinals of North Central come in with a record of 6-3, 1-1 in the CCIW. The Cardinals with an 83-53 win last Wednesday against Aurora University. And so this should be a good matchup here this afternoon. The head coach of the Blue Jays is John Baines in his 7th season as the head coach. Todd Raridan, the all-time winningest coach in North Central Cardinals history, is the head coach for the Cardinals. 15 years as the head coach for Todd Raridan. Starting lineups first for the Cardinals of North Central College. Aiden Chang is a 6'3 senior from Freeport, Illinois. Matt Helwig is a junior, 6'2", 190-pounder from Matia Valley. Blaze Meredith is the other junior. He is a 6'4 junior out of Nequa Valley. And then the two seniors, Matt Capoletti, 6'5", out of Romeoville, and Connor Raridan, Coach Raridan's son, averaging nearly 16 points per game. He also went to Nequa Valley. And now let's go to the public address announcer, Bruce Hill, for the introduction to the Blue Jays starting lineup.
Senior number 13, Derek Notley. 6'5" junior number 23, LeVon Thomas. And 6'4" junior number 34, Jared Donatello.
So 4 juniors and a senior, the starting lineup for Coach Baines. Derek Dotlich is the lone senior for the Blue Jays, 6'3", 215-pounder. Jake Rohde, Nick Perry in the backcourt, LeVon Thomas, and Jay Militello. Militello is a junior out of Fenwick High School, great program there. So the Cardinals out onto the court in their Cardinal traveling red uniforms, the Blue Jays in their home white. The Cardinals are 3-1 outside of Gregory Arena. Blue Jays averaging 86 points per game. The Cardinals averaging 80 points per game. So a big test here for the Blue Jays. Some good matchups out there today. Matt Capoletti and Jay Militello will jump center, and we are just about ready to get this thing underway. Second game of our doubleheader here on Blue Jay TV. Opening tip controlled by the Cardinals, and we're off and running here in Elmhurst. Popping out here to the near side is Matthew Hellwig. Up top, Capoletti. Chang. Hellwig works around the screen, 9 to shoot. And this one is going to go out of bounds. Cardinals saying it was tipped, and the two officials are talking things over. And they do change it, and they give it to the Cardinals. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. These two schools, the women's team just got done here at R.A. Faginal Hall. The Cardinals winning convincingly 70-46 on the women's side. Tough fadeaway jumper is off by Raritan, and Levon Thomas getting the rebound. Thomas has been a double-double machine for the Blue Jays as of late. Rohde off the glass and in. So a nice jump stop by Jake Rohde. He has had some quiet first halves in the early part of the season. Really has come alive in the second half of a lot of games. Raritan off of his fingertips, so the Cardinals turn it over. See if Jake makes a conscious effort to get going in the first half offensively. Good to see him getting the first 2 points of the game. As I mentioned, the Blue Jays with a 9-day layoff. Their last game was back on December 4th, winning 85-60 over Milliken, their conference opener. Militello on the drive off the glass, no. Thomas with the offensive rebound. He kicks it out. Perry for three. No good, and the rebound to Chang. Chang gives it up to Meredith. Meredith. Skip pass over to Chang. Good ball movement into the corner. Capoletti, and he buries the triple. Matt Capoletti buries the three, and the Cardinals take the lead 3-2. Dotlich steps back. He takes the three, and he rattles it in. Derek Dotlich buries the triple, and the Blue Jays recapture the lead 5-3. Knocked out of bounds by Rohde. It'll be Cardinal basketball here. A little over 2 minutes gone by here in this first half. 2 20-minute halves on the men's side. Popping out is Hellwig. Into the corner, this is Capoletti, and on the drive, we're going to have a foul called against the Blue Jays. Foulsby is on Levon Thomas. His first. It's the first team foul of the half. Meredith at the top of the key here for the Cardinals. The take by Hellwig leaves it a little bit short. Thomas with another rebound. Rohde all the way, and they wave off the bucket by Rohde. They're saying it was the foul before the take to the hoop. Foul is going to be on Blaze Meredith. That's his first. So no shot, and Rohde will inbound it. Coming into the game for the Cardinals will be Will Clausel. Number 40, a 6'4 junior out of Rockford, went to Boylan Catholic. First man in off the bench for the Cardinals. 17:43 remaining here in this first half. And now one of the officials is at the scorer's table. They've got 25 seconds on the shot clock. Rohde will trigger the inbound here. Still looking, gets it into Dotlich. Dotlich for three. Rimming no. Thomas gets the offensive rebound. Thomas spins, fades. No. Dotlich with the rebound, and he was fouled. So the Blue Jays doing a great job of hitting the offensive glass, and another foul will be called. Foul is going to be on Aiden Chang. That is his first. It's the second team foul. And now the two officials are talking things over here again. I think they're wondering about the shot clock. Right now it's at 28. And they're putting it down to 20 now. So 20 seconds of the shot clock here for the Blue Jays. Get it into Militello. Popping out Rhodey. Jake for three. Yes. So Rhodey hits the triple. He's got 5, and the Blue Jays lead it by 5, 8-3. Rhodey with a triple, Dotlich with a triple. Capoletti has a triple for North Central. Matt with the ball right now for the Cardinals. Picks up his dribble, popping out is Chang. They don't get it to him. Instead, they give it to Raritan. Raritan backing in on Militello. 8 to shoot. Raritan. Clausel. And knocked out of bounds by Rhodey. Much to the delight of this Blue Jay crowd. 3 on the shot clock. Raritan will trigger the inbound here for North Central. Raritan, and he was bumped by Jay Militello with 1 second on the shot clock. Not a good foul by Militello, so he picks up his first. It's the second team foul for the Blue Jays. 20 seconds on the shot clock for North Central. Raritan gets it in. It was off the leg of Clausel. Good call by the outside official. Another turnover for North Central. .45 remaining here in this first half. Blue Jays with the lead 8-3. Thomas has done a nice job on the glass so far here in the early going. Dotlich, 10 to shoot. Militello drives baseline, nothing there. Dotlich for another 3, yes. Derek Dotlich. Another 3-ball, and Todd Raritan calls a timeout here. 30-second timeout taken by the Cardinals. Good start to this game for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays with 5 rebounds so far in this game. Cardinals with just 1 rebound. The Blue Jays are 3 of 5 from behind the arc. The Cardinals are 1 of 1 from behind three-point range. Field goals, the Blue Jays are shooting 50%, 5 of 8 to start the game. 4 of 8, I should say. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are 1 of 3 from the field. Two turnovers for the Cardinals, no turnovers for the Blue Jays to start the game. 3 of the 4 field goals for the Blue Jays are from behind the arc. 2 by Dotlich and 1 by Rhodey. So it's 11-3 Blue Jays here with 16-18 remaining here in the first half. Raritan fires it inside to Clausel, who lays it in. Good assist, nice recognition by Connor Raritan, and the bucket by Clausel. And it's 11-5 in favor of the Blue Jays. Here's Perry at the top to Rhodey. Rhodey guarded by Meredith. And the triple is off by Thomas, and the rebound taken down by Capoletti. Here's Raritan. Connor stops, passes it out to Chang. .13 to shoot for the Cardinals. Poked away nicely by Perry. Loose ball, 6 to shoot from the elbow, and no shot. A foul is going to be called on Meredith. And for Blaze Meredith, that's his second. So he is going to come out of the game. Aaron Jones is a 6-foot senior out of Chicago, went to De La Salle. He comes in quickly for Meredith with the 2 fouls. So Meredith leaves with 15:25 remaining. The Cardinals, in that win against Aurora University on December 11th, had 4 players in double figures. Matt Capoletti, the drive by Perry is off. Matt Capoletti had 17 points in that game. He was 7 of 12 shooting. 3-ball by Chang is short, And the rebound taken down by Ibrahim Job, who's into the game. Job is a 6'9 junior from Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Thomas down on the block. Thomas with the hook shot, yes. Levon Thomas with his first field goal. But getting back to Capoletti, the 17 points put him over the 1,000 point mark for his career. He comes into today's game with 1,007 points. He is the 28th player in Cardinal basketball history to score over 1,000 points for his career. So congratulations to him. Blue Jay foul, by the way, was on Nick Perry, his first. The other three players in double figures, Mike Pollock had 13, Raritan had 12. Raritan had a double-double, by the way. He had 11 rebounds as well. And Aaron Jones, who's into the game now with 10 points against the university, or against Aurora University. Cardinals at 6-3. Here's Raritan. Good all-around player. Passes it off to Jones. Cardinals with 9 to shoot. Here's Jones at the top of the key, guarded by Rohde. 3 to shoot. Clausel has it blocked by Thomas. Rohde flips it off to Dominic Jenko, who's in the game, number 10. Thomas takes the shot. Job battling for the rebound. It goes into the hands of Hooker, who's into the game, but he loses it. Quickly ahead, Pollock. He'll take the outside jumper. That's no good. Capoletti, though, with the offensive rebound and a foul on the Blue Jays. Wesley Hooker with the foul. That is his first, the freshman from Downers Grove South. Jonathan Zapinski comes into the game. Coming out is Thomas. Derek Dotlich returns for Coach Baines as well. Rohde takes a breather. Into Capoletti. Capoletti fades and hits. Matt Capoletti with 5 of the 7 Cardinal points here. 13-7 Blue Jays with the lead. Janko at the point, guarded by Jones. Here's Dotlich. Derek behind the back dribble. Into the lane at the elbow, fades. Leaves it short, tapped by Job. And they're keeping it here. They're calling the foul on Connor Raritan. Raritan knocked down Job, and so Connor will get called for the foul, his first. It'll be the 4th team foul. Both teams with 4 team fouls. Wesley Hooker will trigger the inbound here. Gets it into Job. Dotlich, fake the 3, drives into the lane. Dotlich off the glass and in. Derek Dotlich, very aggressive so far here in the early going. Dotlich averaging nearly 16 points per game. The second leading scorer. Rohde is averaging 21 a game. Dotlich has 8. 15-7, an 8-point lead for the Blue Jays, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Blue Jays. Another turnover for Coach Raritan's Cardinals. Coach Raritan with his arms crossed, a bit frustrated on the Cardinal bench. John Baines, the head coach for the Blue Jays, has to like what he sees out of his club early on. Dotlich will take another 3, but he traveled. Made the bucket, but waved it off. Took one too many steps trying to get his feet set. Jay Militello comes back into the game here. Dotlich will have a seat. 15-7. Just under 13 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Blue Jays and the Cardinals. Raritan left wide open from the wing, and he hits. Got to get a hand up on him. He'll bury that all game long. Raritan's first 2 points of the game. The 171st meeting between the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. The floater is good by Janko. So Dominic Janko hits as the Blue Jays shooting very well here in the early going. Capoletti. Raritan wide open, and that one no good. Janko got the rebound. Janko back to Militello. 12 minutes remaining in the half. Militello with the take. No good, and the rebound taken down by Jones. Jones with a nice spin move. The floater off the glass and in. Beautiful move by Aaron Jones. North Central has 106 victories in the overall series. Elmhurst 64 victories. Cardinals have won the last 3 meetings between these two teams, including last season back on February 16th. The Cardinals won 78-71 over the Blue Jays. Into the lane, the shot is off by Zapinski, but he was fouled, so Jonathan will come to the line to shoot 2. Matt Capoletti. Oh, they're going to hit Clausel with the foul. So Jonathan Zapinski to the line to shoot 2. Clausel his first. Zapinski can't hit that one. He'll have one more. And Thomas comes back into the game, replacing Job for Coach Baines. Elmhurst ranked number 17 in the latest D3Hoops.com poll. Off to this great 6-0 start. Second free throw is good by Zapinski. Rhodey back into the game. Mentioned this is the 171st meeting between these two teams. The very first meeting was held back in 1930. And the final score, North Central won 31-23. Blue Jays lead it here 18-11 as we approach the 11-minute mark of this first half. Inside, and the bucket is off by Clausel. Good move by Will, just didn't get it off the glass. Rhodey for 3, leaves it short. Clausel got the loose ball. Clausel dribbles it up himself, passes it off to Capoletti. Matt at the point. Clausel, and now we got a whistle, and a foul is going to be called against Jay Militello. Away from the ball for Jay, that's his second. 2 fouls on Militello. It's the 5th team foul for the Blue Jays. Both teams with 5 team fouls here. Fade away by Pollock is off the mark, but there's Clausel getting the offensive rebound, and a foul away from the ball here. It's going to go against the Blue Jays. And it's going to go on Militello. That's his 3rd. And Coach Baines is going to have to get him out of the game. Dotlich, Perry, and Job are back into the game. Janko leaves along with Militello. So out there for the Blue Jays, you've got Dotlich, Perry, Thomas, Job, and Rhodey. And now what's the call? A technical foul has been called, apparently, against the Blue Jays. Against John Baines, apparently. I'm not sure if it was something he said or if it was some type of... Well, Coach Baines is arguing. But nevertheless, it's going to be Connor Raridan to the line shooting the technical free throws. First trip to the foul line for the Cardinals, and it's because of a Blue Jay technical. Raridan is a 91% free throw shooter, so keep that in the back of the mind. He is not the one you want to foul towards the end of the game. He hits both of the technicals, and so now the Cardinals will get the ball. Raridan will inbound it. The Blue Jays lead it by 5, 18-13. 10:33 left in the first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here from R.A. Faginal Hall. Here's Chang. Chang pulls up from the elbow, and he buries it. Aiden Chang rattles it home, averaging just over 6 points per game. And it's 18-15. It's a one-possession game for the Blue Jays. And that one is good for Jake Rohde. And so Rohde has 7. It's a 5-point lead for the Blue Jays. Raritan will take the shot, yes. Connor Raritan starting to heat up. He's got 6. The lead is 3 for the Blue Jays, 20-17. I have a feeling this is going to be a tight one the rest of the way. Two good teams battling it out here in Elmhurst. We are delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Thomas going to the reverse. A nice spin move along the baseline. And now the Cardinals with a chance to tie it on a triple. Clausel backing in on Rohde. Chang for the tie. No, tapped out. Clausel, and he lays it in. Cardinals are within 1 and a timeout taken by John Baines and the Blue Jays as the Cardinals have fought back and North Central's within 1. 20-19 with 9:04 remaining here in the first half. Eight points for Derek Dotlich, 7 for Rohde. Connor Raritan has 6 for the Cardinals. Capoletti has 5. Will Clausel has 4. Cardinals of North Central after this game, they'll have a bit of a layoff. They won't play again until December 28th when they travel to Concordia. That'll be a 3:30 tip-off. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays will head out west. They'll take on Laverne in California on December 18th. That's a 2 o'clock start. They'll take on Caltech on December 19th at 2 o'clock before returning home on December 22nd against Illinois at 4 o'clock. .904 remaining here in the first half. Mark Kruger bringing you Blue Jay basketball live here on BlueJayTV.com. Good ball game here today. Rohde looking to inbound, pressure in the backcourt, and a steal by Capoletti. 3-ball attempt by Chang. Partially deflected Capoletti, blocked by Thomas. It goes out of bounds to the Cardinals. Oh my. Oh, are they calling a foul or is it just out of bounds? Yeah, it looks like they're calling a foul against the Blue Jays. Oh, they're going to hit Jake Rohde with the foul. For Jake, that's his first. Here's Raritan, guarded by Jobe. Raritan into the lane, turns, fades, and hits. I told you he can hit that. He's a tough player. 8 points for Connor. And the Cardinals take the lead, 21-20. 8:36 remaining. Dotlich to get the lead back. Yes. Derek Dotlich now with 11, his third trifecta of the game. And the Blue Jays back on top, 23-21. Popping out is Raritan. Jobe on him. Pollock made the move, and an offensive foul will be called against the Cardinals. Connor Raritan with the foul. That is his second. It's the 6th team foul against the Cardinals. Boy, it'd be nice to get Raritan to pick up his 3rd foul of the half and get him out of the game. Matthew Hellwig is at the scorer's table. He will probably check in for Raritan. Here's Perry, left wide open for the triple. Leaves it a little bit short, off the hand of Jobe, and the ball will go out of bounds to North Central. Hellwig comes in for Pollock, and Kennedy actually comes in for Raritan. Wesley Hooker back into the game for the Blue Jays. Matthew Hellwig, I've known Matthew for a long time. He's my next door neighbor. I've known Matthew since he was in diapers. Great career at Mattia Valley. His younger brother Ethan Hellwig had a great career at Mattia Valley as that goes off the hands of Meredith. Ethan Hellwig with a bunch of scoring records at Mattia Valley. A great three-point shooter. Him and his brother have had many battles in the backyard, going one-on-one over the years. Matthew starting a starter here for Coach Raridan for North Central. One of two juniors in the starting lineup, him and Blaze Meredith. So Chang brings it up here for the Cardinals. 23-21, Blue Jays, a steal by Rhodey. Rhodey has Hooker! What a beautiful pass from Rhodey and Wesley Hooker with the finish. Some more pressure by the Blue Jays. Boy, they almost had another steal. Blue Jays by 4. Under 7 minutes remaining and a reach-in foul on Nick Perry. Boy, that is something that the Blue Jays can do, is they can turn it up a notch defensively at certain points throughout the game. Perry with his second foul, he comes out of the game. Dominic Janko comes in, and Coach Baines has the luxury of going very deep into his bench so he can have fresh players out there pretty much throughout the entire game. Capoletti to the line here to shoot 2. Blue Jays by 4. Capoletti, actually it was a 1-and-1 situation. Capoletti misses the front end, so it's still 25-21. Blue Jays by 4. Boy, Wesley Hooker is only a freshman. He is an exciting young player. Thomas to Hooker. He'll take the 3. Yes. Wesley Hooker, the freshman out of Downers Grove, with a couple of field goals. That was actually a 3-ball. So he's got 5. Remember that emphatic dunk he had a couple of moments ago. The drive off by Hellwig. He thought he was fouled, partially blocked. 28-21. Rhodey into the lane, turns, goes to the left hand, off the glass, no good. Capoletti with the rebound. Hellwig may have partially blocked that one. Here's Matthew, spins into the lane, nice drive and the lay-in. Just like I taught Matt in the backyard. First points of the game for Hellwig. 28-23, Blue Jays by 5. Hooker's 3 is short. Putback is good by Janko. Dominic Janko, his second field goal of the game. The lead is 7 for the Blue Jays. 30-23, boy, oh boy, both teams playing with some pretty intense legs here for both teams. The 3 by Hellwig is off the mark. Janko getting the rebound. Dotlich quickly into the front court. Thomas drives baseline, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Capoletti. For Matt, that's his first. 17th foul for the Cardinals, so Thomas to the line. One in the bonus for Thomas. Matt Spatansky into the game, a 6-foot junior out of Homer Glen, went to Lockport Township High School. One and the bonus here for Thomas. Levon averaging 14 points and over 8 rebounds per game. One thing Levon did not have last year was consistency, but he has certainly been consistent this season, both in scoring and in rebounding, both ends of the floor. Thomas hits the 2 free throws. Levon with 4. He'll have a breather here as Zapinski comes in for him. And again, Coach Baines substituting frequently, getting fresh bodies into the game. Blue Jays lead is 9. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Smotansky. His first. Player control foul, 8th team foul for the Cardinals. .32-23 and a whistle and a foul away from the ball here against the Cardinals. Foul was on Will Clausel, his second, and so that'll put Derek Dotlich to the line, who is a 95% free throw shooter. One of the better free throw shooters on the floor here for either team. Dotlich will have one and the bonus here with just over 5 minutes to go in the half. Oh, back of the iron, a rare miss for Dotlich. Blue Jays 3 of 5 from the free throw line here in the first half. 32-23 Blue Jays, and a foul is going to be on Wesley Hooker as he explains his side of the story to the official. But for Wesley, that's his second foul. And that'll put Connor Raritan to the line for one and a bonus. 9th team foul for the Blue Jays. So Connor Raritan, who is remember he hit the 2 technical free throws a couple of moments ago. He has 8 points. The leading scorer for the Cardinals. A rare miss for him. Cardinals 2 of 4 from the foul line in the first half. Score remains 32-23 Blue Jays. Rohde stops off the glass and in. 9 points for Jake Rohde. The lead is 11 for Elmhurst, 34-23. Raritan guarded by Hooker. Tough assignment for the freshman. 3-ball by Capoletti, rimming around and out. Rohde with the rebound. Jake pushing it up for the Blue Jays. Rohde lost control, got it back. Dotlich trying to break free. Now he takes the shot. No good. Tapped around into the hands of Chang. Pretty good closeout by Capoletti on Dotlich. Into Raritan. Double teamed. Up top. Left wide open is Pollock. His 3 is no good. Loose ball is tracked down by Janko. Janko looking to push. Gives it off to Dotlich. Dotlich on the drive off the glass and in. Boy, Derek Dotlich really aggressive. And a timeout taken by Todd Raritan and the Cardinals. 3:28 remaining. And the Blue Jays really exerting themselves here in the final moments of this first half as they lead it here now by a score of 36-23. A 13-point lead. The Blue Jays 14 of 29 from the field for 48%. The Cardinals shooting 42%, 10 of 24. The Blue Jays with 14 points in the paint. Cardinals with 12 points in the paint. Derek Dotlich leading the way. He's got 3 3-pointers. He's got 13 points for the game. 9 points for Jake Rohde. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, Connor Raritan with 8. Matt Capoletti has 5. Will Clausel off the bench with 4. So the Blue Jays looking to remain undefeated on the season coming into tonight with a 6-0 record, 1-0 in the CCIW. Cardinals 6-3 overall, 1-1 in league play. By the way, there are 3 teams that won their conference opener: Wheaton, Elmhurst, and Augustana. Wheaton is 2-0 in league play. The Thunder 7-2 overall. Raritan holding here on the near side, guarded by Jobe. Raritan double team now. Hooker comes over to give some help. They swing it around. Jones for three. He buries it. Good ball movement by the Cardinals. Aaron Jones ends up with a wide open triple. And the Cardinals are within 10. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the half. 36-26. Rhodey on the drive. Out to Hooker. Tough drive off the glass and in by Dominic Janko. And again, the Blue Jays continuing to take it to the hoop. Being very aggressive on the offensive end. Blue Jays up by 12. Raritan up top. Here's Pollock. His shot is off. Tapped around. Loose ball taken by Janko. Janko pushes it up. Hooker gives it to Rhodey. Nothing there for Jake as he brings it out. Skip pass over here to Hooker. He'll take the three, rimming around and out. Capoletti got the rebound. Good look by Hooker, just couldn't get it to go. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Jones, he'll take another three and he'll hit it. 2 in a row for Aaron Jones. He's got 8. So back-to-back triples. And it's 38-29. 9-point lead for the Blue Jays. 1:36 left in the half. Janko at the point. Here's Jobe at the elbow. Rhodey backing in on Jones. Rhodey with a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound. And this one is going to go against Jobe. Jobe, interesting story out of him. He was a late newcomer to the sport of basketball. He only played basketball, started playing a couple of years ago. Soccer was his big sport. Imagine Jobe at 6'9", being a soccer player, but it's a good thing someone put a basketball in his hands. But his foul puts Capoletti to the line for 2 shots. Matt hits the first free throw. He'll have one more. Capoletti with 6 points here in the first half. Remember, Capoletti came off of that 17-point performance in the big win against Aurora University back on December 11th. 7 of 12 shooting in that ball game. Into the game for Elmhurst, Colin Bomstead, the senior. Honored before the game by Coach John Baines on senior day. So we mentioned he's graduating early. This is his final home game. He's heading off to medical school. So he's into the game here with just over a minute remaining in the first half. Blue Jays by 7. Dotlich's 3 is a little bit short. Jones got the rebound. Aaron pushes it up here for the Cardinals. Jones again for 3. That one short. Hellwig got the rebound. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Cardinals. Jones, he'll launch another triple. Front of the rim, no good. Into the hands of Janko. Janko lost control. Over here to the corner. Rhodey for 3. No good, and Capoletti was there for the rebound. No shot clock. The game clock is at 20. 20 seconds to go in the half. It looks like the Cardinals will look to take the last shot here. North Central with the ball trailing by 7. 38-31. Jones up top. Hellwig will take the 3. No good. Thomas with the rebound. Still time. Bomstead on senior day launches. No, they're going to call it travel. And so they're going to put time back on the clock. The 2 officials, there should be some time left on the clock as Bomstead got called for the travel before he took the shot. So really there should be some time left. Remember, 0.3 or less and it's going to have to be a tip-in for the Cardinals. Oh, they're putting .4, so theoretically they can still catch and shoot. So 4/10 left, North Central with the ball. We'll see if they get a shot off. 4/10 of a second left to go in the half. Raritan will inbound it. He gets it in. Oh, man. Capoletti did get the shot off, but it went at the bottom of the rim. So now we are at halftime here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. Blue Jays lead it by 7, 38-31. We'll take a timeout, be back for second half action. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
but feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Scotty Williams takes his place in the Hall of Fame as the most decorated football player in Elmhurst College history. From 2009 to 2012, Williams rewrote the Elmhurst record book, cementing his place as one of Elmhurst's all-time greats. A four-time All-Conference selection, Williams earned first-team All-Conference honors for 3 straight years from 2010 to 2012. He set a single-season rushing record in 2010, only to break it in 2011. During his senior year in 2012, Williams torched his own record again, rushing for 2,046 yards and 22 touchdowns while leading the Blue Jays to the NCAA playoffs for the first time in school history. Named the CCIW's Offensive Player of the Year in 2012, Williams finished his career with 5,203 yards and 50 rushing touchdowns, breaking the previous rushing record by more than 1,600 yards. Tim Lester, now the head coach at Western Michigan University, was the Blue Jays head coach for all of Williams' time at Elmhurst. Lester knew he had someone special in Williams.
Scotty was a special running back talent-wise. I mean, low center of gravity, great feet, great drive, great ball security. But his ability to keep his balance. I mean, there were times that he would disappear behind his O-line, which was huge. And he wouldn't go down. For a little guy, he ran like a big back, and it was fun to watch.
Chris Kirkpatrick was an all-conference and all-regions center for the Blue Jays during the Williams era, and he knows how important Scotty was to the success of the team.
Scotty would tell you that he was a cog in the machine, and that goes back to his humble attitude towards things. Scotty was so important to our success. As we became juniors, seniors, Scotty was no longer just the stud player that was quiet and worked hard. He became vocal. Not many people know that. He was the voice in the huddle. And that voice coming from the best player and arguably best person on the team, that led us through some of those tough games.
Elmhurst College's Director of Sports Information, Kevin Juday, covered Williams from the press box. He witnessed firsthand just how hard he was to stop.
No matter how hard an opponent tried to key on Scotty to slow him down, it just was really too difficult for them to stop him. There was a game against Illinois Wesleyan on a 4th and 1 just inside the Illinois Wesleyan 40-yard line, and Elmhurst decided to go for it. Everyone in the stadium knew that Scotty Williams was going to get that ball, and Illinois Wesleyan stacked 11 guys in front, goal line defense, and Scotty just blew right past everybody, broke a tackle, was off to the races, and Elmhurst was off to the playoffs.
Lester remembers the same play as well, but for a different reason, as the play elicited some rarely seen emotion from Williams.
got in the end zone. He did one of these, which was hilarious because I've never seen him show any emotion when he scores. And normally the line showed the emotion. He just ran over and hugged all the big boys. But when he showed a little bit of swagger for the first time in his 4 years there, it made me laugh, made me smile, made me think that he was having a ton of fun at that moment to get the ball in the biggest moment to accomplish our goal. And he popped one and then, had a little fun in the end zone, which I'll never forget.
Williams' success in 2012 culminated in him taking home All-America honors and becoming the first Elmhurst player to win the Ghilardi Trophy, an award honoring the top player in Division III football.
To win the Ghilardi Trophy, you have to be a great player, a great student athlete, and a great human being on top of it. And Scotty Williams checked every single one of those boxes. Everyone knew about what he was doing on the field that year, but he was also an academic All-American, and he was also actively involved in Habitat for Humanity and several other service groups. And he was one of the most humble student athletes I've ever met in my time at Elmhurst.
As humble as Williams was, Kirkpatrick also remembers Scotty joking around with his teammates.
Our senior year against Milliken, which was kind of a fabled game for us as we had to go into overtime and overtime again, and Scotty broke loose for a 99-yard touchdown run. We had given him a lot of grief over the years, including Coach Lester, about getting what we called hawked in the open field, caught in the open field, and he wasn't letting himself get caught that day. And after he scored that touchdown, as humble as he is, he was letting us know that he didn't get caught from behind.
Williams holds several titles already: record-setting running back, All-American, and Ghilardi Trophy winner. But today he adds another title: Elmhurst College Blue Jay backer Hall of Famer.
Having digital media skills is going to make a student, when they graduate, more employable. Whether they were a digital media major or a biology major, they're going to have the skills that they need to be able to tell a digital story. So they will all take a course called Digital Storytelling and a course called Story Structure. It requires communication and collaboration and innovation, and these are skills that they will be able to take with them whether they continue to work on a media project, whatever field they go into, or just life itself.
Embark on a journey to a new future with an advanced degree from Elmhurst College. Whether you want to take your career to the next level or discover an entirely new direction, Elmhurst College has a graduate program for you.
12% of our population have a master's degree. We're in a period of specialized master's degrees.
The advanced degree is a time to get more specific into some areas that you're interested in.
I believe that when you're looking for a graduate degree, you have to be ready.
You need to do some exploration up front to get some idea of what's possible, what people on the outside want and are interested in, and to begin to think about how that may match with your own abilities and interests.
Spend some time thinking about what they're passionate about, what they really enjoy, and what they want to learn more about.
But it's people that may want to better themselves in their career. They might want to look to another industry or maybe even another career. But many are coming just for that personal achievement. It's something they always wanted to do.
At Elmhurst, we believe the educational journey should be student-centered. You'll notice that difference from the moment you connect with us. You'll join a network of professionals and peers who will support you throughout your studies and your career, connecting you with employers all over the Chicago area. You'll hit the ground running, tested, proven, and ready.
I think part of the reason that a person would want to go to graduate school is so that they can get launched into their professional niche. We're able to really get to know our students personally and professionally and really challenge them, push them, and support them in all the ways that graduate students need support.
And we're also in a good position to help you clarify for yourself what your goals are, what your strengths are, what the possible matches might be for when you're done, and we will work with you to do that. So that sort of personal touch, I think, is more than just a saying here. I think it's very real in the way that we relate and interact with all of our students.
And we also help with job placement. The CPE, the Center for Professional Excellence, has been good in helping with resume building, job interviews, whatever it may take.
Our program directors will support you through every step of your journey. Elmhurst faculty aren't just experts in their fields, they're dedicated to expanding your reach with fieldwork, professional connections, and real-world experiences.
We know you. I, as program director, know every single individual who's in the program. I know why they're here. I know what they're looking to do. I know their stories. I know when situations come up that might require us to be a bit flexible and adaptable.
We really have a lot of fun, and we're really good at supporting our students through this rigorous program.
The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to.
By train or by car, from city or suburbs, our campus is easily accessible. And our proximity to Chicago, a world-class metropolitan center, means lots of opportunity for consulting projects, networking, and career advancement. You'll love the flexibility of part-time and evening options that allow you to move at the pace that works for you. In fact, some programs are offered entirely online.
We're easily able to give individualized attention to our students. We can really personalize their education.
Also connect our students with our alumni, building those relationships with their peers, building those relationships with their faculty members. Those students are able to make those connections and build lasting relationships for the future.
One of the things that inspired me within Elmhurst is to take on bigger responsibilities. I'm taking a lot of experience from the things that everyone else has done and from this cohort and from Elmhurst and trying to develop this in our company. So overall, it's been a great experience.
You know, if your company now values you, just wait until after you go through the full program. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
Your journey builds on the students who came before you at Elmhurst, founded in 1871 but ready for the future. So come tour our historic Arboretum campus and check out our top-notch facilities, from our state-of-the-art nursing simulation center to our speech-language hearing clinic and our small hands-on classrooms. You'll gain the skills you need to succeed.
Graduate school is affordable, and I think more to the point is a good value.
I think it's an investment in your future and an investment in a field that you are passionate about and want to pursue.
We know that going to college is a huge investment. You put your trust and time in Elmhurst College, and we do the same. You invest in us, and we invest in you.
I'd love to tell students not to look back. You want to always look forward, and they tend to gain momentum as they get into the program. At the end, it's just a wonderful thing when you're handed that diploma and you're able to celebrate with all your friends and family.
Pursue your graduate work at Elmhurst College and take that life-changing journey to your successful future.
I would say the typical student, however, might be someone who says that they like GIS, maybe they've had a taste of it somewhere in a previous class. We have geography majors, political science majors. They might have specialized in environmental studies or biology. We even have people in economics and healthcare, military people. In the military currently, the people can come in almost with any kind of a background because it's going to be applicable in understanding the spatial distribution of whatever it is that they're looking at. The software that we use for the most part of our program is Esri's ARC Suite, I want to call it. And so a lot of programs that are done in ArcMap and ArcPro connect into a cloud platform in ArcGIS Online. So we incorporate all three of those. A lot of students enjoy programming, and so they'll enjoy it, like the Python and the geodatabases course, and that's maybe the job that they're going to be doing, maybe even writing algorithms. Other students really like the cartographic aspect. They like making maps, and so once that data is collected and put into the GIS system for analysis, They're the ones that get to manipulate the colors and the lines and the shapes, and sometimes even produce maps that'll be printed or put in web settings. Once you become more proficient in GIS, there's actually different jobs and different opportunities. Someone who really tends to like the satellite imagery or LiDAR, they might be more interested in focusing on remote sensing. Other people really are, they're much more into the GIS, where they can download data, you can get real-time data. Those people tend to become GIS technicians or analysts. We have people who really like to be out in the field, and so they might be more into the data collection. It's one thing to go into the program thinking I want to be a GIS analyst, but it's another thing to keep your mind open that there really are a lot of possibilities.
Back to R.A. Faginal Hall. First half scoring leaders, Derek Dottledge with 13, Jake Rohde with 9 for the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, Connor Raridan and Aaron Jones, each with 8 points, as the Blue Jays lead by 7 here as we start the second half. 38-31. Mark Kruger delighted to bring you all the action live from R.A. Faginal Hall. First half shooting, the Cardinals were 12 of 31 for 39% in the first half. The Blue Jays 15 of 34 for 44%. Elmhurst 5 of 15 from behind the arc. Rohde pulls up, takes the shot short. Thomas with the putback, that's good. Levon Thomas with 6. North Central in the first half, 3 of 13 from behind the arc. Blue Jays out-rebounded the Cardinals 21-19. Cardinals with 8 first half turnovers, the Blue Jays with 5. 40-31, and the Cardinals turn the ball over. 9th turnover of the game for the Cardinals. 40-31, Blue Jays with the lead. Just underway here in the second half. Blue Jays looking to remain undefeated on the season. Hooker getting the start here in the second half. Thomas fades, hits. Levon Thomas now with 8. Boy, that's a tough shot. Hard to defend that one. Couple of field goals by Levon Thomas. Oh, a nice pass inside. Capoletti with the bucket. Couple of mats connecting. Hellwig to Capoletti. Capoletti with 9. 42-33, Blue Jays. Rohde on the drive, the scoop, and a block will be called here on Raridan. And for Connor Raridan, that's going to be foul number 3. His dad, Todd, the head coach, not happy. So 3 fouls on Connor Raridan, the leading scorer for the Cardinals, and his dad leaving him in there for now. Rohde hits the free throw. He's in double figures now with 10. It's a 10-point Blue Jay lead. 44-33. Pressure now in the backcourt by the Blue Jays. Raridan stays out there with the 3 fouls. Driving in on Thomas, and he lays it in. Levon Thomas, he didn't want to commit his second foul, so he let Raridan go. Connor now in double figures with 10. 44-35. Hooker will launch the triple, and it rattles in. Wesley's second triple of the game. He's got 8, and the Blue Jays lead is 12. 47-35. Raridan faked the 3. Thomas on Raridan. Good matchup there. Capoletti drives baseline, got bumped by Dottledge. For Derek, that's his first. $17:29 left to play. Blue Jays up by a dozen. Raritan into the lane, fades, and he hits. Boy, he has hit a couple of those fadeaways. Him and Thomas have hit the fadeaways. Raritan now with 12. It's a 10-point Blue Jay lead inside off the fingertips of Thomas, and the Blue Jays turn the ball over. I think Levine took his eyes off the ball a little bit. Jay Militello quickly off the bench, and he's going to come in to replace Hooker. $17:09 remaining. Raritan into the lane, spins, kicks it out to Chang. Aiden for three, he hits the triple. Good penetration of the kick out. Aiden Chang buries the three, and the lead is 7 for Elmhurst. 47-40. Boy, that was just good basketball by the Cardinals. Penetrate and kick out. And a steal. Here's Hellwig in the open floor. And Matt takes it in. It was fouled. Perry with the foul. So Hellwig will come to the line, and he will shoot two. Hellwig has yet to miss from the foul line so far this season. First free throw no good by Hellwig. Matthew will have one more here. 16:32 remaining here in the ballgame. Second free throw also missed. Still a 7-point lead for the Blue Jays. 47-40. Perry up top. Looking for some movement here. The Blue Jays stagnant on offense. Rhodey penetrates. Perry couldn't quite handle it. Capoletti gets his hands on the ball. Turnover for the Blue Jays. Chang kicks it out. Meredith for three. And Thomas with a strong rebound. Ahead to Rhodey. Jake pulls up from three. Can't get it to go, but Perry had it, and he flipped it to Raritan. Connor with his head up. Oh, beautiful bounce pass to Capoletti, who lays it in. Connor Raritan with a beautiful pass. Capoletti finishes. Matt now with 11. And it is now a 5-point lead. Coach Baines wants a timeout. Boy, Raritan just threaded the needle on that pass. Perfect to Capoletti, who laid it in. Capoletti now in double figures with 11. Connor Raritan has 12. Those are your two leading scorers for the Cardinals. Rhodey is the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. He has 11. Oh, check that. Dotlich has 13. Rhodey has 11. Derek has yet to score here in the second half. $15:43 remaining. Glad to have you along, and happy holidays from all of us here at BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger. We're delighted that you're logged on. Doubleheader dose of Blue Jay basketball here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. If you're just logging on, at 2 o'clock, it was the women of Elmhurst coming up short against the Cardinals of North Central. 70-46 was the final in that game. Hayden Braun had a game-high 16 points for the Cardinals. Rebecca Foley had 15. Natalie Dimitrova had 12. Queen John had 13 for the Blue Jays. Becca Gerke had 8. Here in the men's game, there's 15:40 remaining in regulation, and the Blue Jays lead it by 5. Elmhurst with the ball. Rohde at the point. Guarded by Chang. Now they switch. Capoletti is on Rohde now. Rohde wanting the ball to Thomas, and Thomas loses it. It goes out of bounds, but it was knocked out of bounds by Chang. It'll be Blue Jay basketball with 10 to shoot. See if the Blue Jays can get a good look here. Perry gets it into Thomas, right back to Perry. 7 to shoot. Thomas will launch the triple, hits the side of the backboard, and Hellwig gets the rebound. Matt quickly ahead. He'll take it all the way to the left hand, leave it a little bit short. Thomas got the rebound. Thomas will take it up across half court. Levine takes it all the way, loses it as he took it to the hoop, and it goes out of bounds to the Cardinals. Blue Jays turn it over. Both teams with 9 turnovers in the game. Meredith off to Hellwig. Hellwig with the entry pass into Raridan. Raridan backing in on Militello. Not there. Good defense by Jay. 4 on the shot clock. Chang fades from the elbow. No good. Raridan got the rebound, but a foul will be called. I think Rohde may have hip checked Raridan. And it is on Jake for Rohde, his second. Three team fouls for the Blue Jays, just 1 team foul for the Cardinals here. 14:26 remaining. Oh, off the inbounds pass, the easy lay-in by Capoletti. 13 for Matt Capoletti and a timeout. Or no, it's just knocked out of bounds as the Cardinals applying some pressure. Hooker having trouble getting in, finally gets it into Militello. To Rohde. Jake drives the lane, puts it up with the left hand and lays it in. Tough shot for Rohde. 13 now for Jake. The lead is 5. 49-44. 6 minutes gone by here in the second half. Raridan fades. Baseline jumper is off the mark, tapped around into the hands of Rohde. Jay quickly into the front court. Dotlich drives. Stops, gives it off to Job. Here's Hooker on the drive. And off the hands of Capoletti. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Blue Jay ball. Will Clausel is going to check back in for Coach Raridan and the Cardinals. Blue Jays will have 15 to shoot. 13:35 remaining. Rohde and Dotlich each with 13 for the Blue Jays. Rohde drives baseline, got cut off. Militello for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Joe battling for the rebound. They're going to call Capoletti with the foul. Good job by Job. Him and Capoletti were battling. Capoletti gets called for the foul, his second. Second team foul of the half for the Cardinals. Dotlich loses it. Good hands by Meredith. He may have tapped it away. Capoletti on the block, backing in on Hooker. Capoletti's shot, no good. Capoletti's put back, too strong off the glass, tapped out to Chang. New 20-second shot clock for the Cardinals. Drive by Meredith, he'll pull up from 6, no. Militello with the rebound, ahead to Hooker. Hooker on the drive, off the glass and in. Wesley Hooker with the bucket, and The Blue Jays punched the ball as it went through the hoop. It should be a delay of game warning on Hooker. I don't think they're going to call it technical. I think it's just simply a delay of game warning. Usually that's what they do. You can't touch the ball as it goes through the hoop. Or are they indeed, they are calling a technical. All right, so they're not giving him a warning. So Raritan, who made 2 technical fouls in the first half, is back to the line for 2 technicals here in the second half. Although this is just a one-shot technical. 13 now for Connor Raritan, so a one-shot technical on the delay of game. And so now it is a 6-point lead for the Blue Jays, 51-45. 12:45 remaining in regulation. 3 ball by Pollock, rimming around no. Raritan with an offensive rebound. New 20 seconds on the shot clock. Raritan against Jobe. Raritan dribbles into the lane, kicks it out to Chang. His 3 is good. Second triple of the game for Aiden Chang. He's got 8, and it's a one-possession game just like that. 51-48, Blue Jays. Rhodey into the lane, tough shot. Dotlich with the putback. Derek Dotlich with 15. His first points of the second half. Blue Jays back up by 5. 53-48, under 12 minutes to go. Raritan spins, loses control, and a travel. Connor Raritan trying to do a little too much that time. One too many steps. Capoletti back into the game. He comes in for Meredith. Dominic Janko comes in for Coach Baines. He's going to come in for Dotlich. Pressure now by the Cardinals. Rhodey says clear out. Chang on him. Hooker comes up to set the screen. Rhodey kicks it out. 3 ball by Janko. Jobe with the putback. That's good. Ibrahim Jobe, his first 2 points of the game. A good offensive rebound on the weak side by Jobe. And it's 55-48, Blue Jays by 7. Capoletti, guarded by Hooker. Here's Chang. Tried to dish it out off the fingertip of Jobe. It will be Cardinal ball, 8 to shoot. Aaron Jones is going to check into the game here for North Central. Well, now we've got a bloody nose by Jonathan Zapinski. So he's going to quickly go back to the training room. Levon Thomas is going to check in for him. Jones comes in for Chang for the Cardinals. 8 to shoot for North Central. Raritan for 3 from the corner, back of the iron, no. Rebound Janko. 11 minutes remaining here in the game. Blue Jays with the ball, leading by 7. Rhodey for 3. Back of the iron, too strong. Jones with the rebound. Boy, that would have been huge. That would have put the Blue Jays up by 10. Instead, the lead is just 7. Raritan with Jobe on him. Up top, Jones. Jones with a nice spin move from 12. He missed the shot, but a whistle and a foul. This one's going to be on Rhodey. So Rhodey commits the foul, his 3rd, and that'll put Jones to the line. 2 shots for Aaron, his first trip to the foul line tonight. Nine points for Aaron. Had 10 points off the bench in that win against Aurora University back on December 11th. He now has 10 points here against the Blue Jays. Well, the lead is down to 5 again, 55-50. Rhodey splits the defenders, pulls up with the left hand, and the ball gets pinned between the backboard and the rim. Boy, I thought Jake could have just pulled up and hit a conventional jumper, but instead he decided to put it up with just his left hand. And the ball got stuck between the backboard and the rim, so the ball goes to the Cardinals. And Coach Baines is going to sit down Rhodey. Dotledge comes in for him. Blue Jays by 5, 55-50. We are halfway through the second half. Pollock for a 3-ball, and that's good. Mike Pollock, his first points of the game, and the Cardinals are within 2. 55-53. Well, I thought this was going to be a close one. Hooker. Reach in by Jones, knocked it away. Good defense by Aaron Jones, and now the Cardinals. This for the lead. Matt Capoletti buries the triple, and the Cardinals lead by 1, 56-55. Oh, a steal by Capoletti. Matt in the open floor, dunks it. And a timeout taken by John Baines and the Blue Jays. Matt Capoletti with the steal and the flush. $18 points for Matt Capoletti. Remember, he hit that 3 a moment ago, and now he comes up with a steal and a breakaway dunk, and the Cardinals now lead by 3. John Baines calling a timeout, just a 30-second timeout here with 9:10 remaining in regulation. The Cardinals lead by 3. Wow, Matt Capoletti has single-handedly, at least the last couple of moments, has carried this Cardinal team. Capoletti with 17 points in that win against Aurora. Back on December 11th, he now has 18 points and is currently the game-high scorer. 11 of his 18 coming here in the second half. Blue Jays need to stop the bleeding here. They've been stuck on 55 for a while. Militello on the drive. Stops. Cardinals wanted to travel. Rhodey on the drive. Oh, they're calling a block. Boy, it looked like Meredith had the position. He was outside the circle, but apparently they're saying that Meredith moved his feet. It's going to be a blocking foul on Blaze, and for Meredith, his third, and that'll put Rhodey to the line. Jake is an 85% free throw shooter. He'll have 2 shots here. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line in this game. Wow. Misses the foul shot. He'll have 1 more. This one to bring the Blue Jays to within 2. 58-56. 14 now for Rhodey. Into the front court is Jones. Bounce pass to Raritan. Militello is on Raritan. Here's Connor. Flips it back to Jones. Jones steps back, takes the 3. Rimming no. Thomas battling for the rebound. It goes out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Big possession here for Elmhurst. Boy, there's still 8.5 minutes left. We thank you for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. We're going to have a great finish here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. Happy holidays. Mark Kruger delighted to bring you all the action. Blue Jays with the ball. This to tie. Rohde's shot is off. We got a whistle. They'll keep it here. Foul against the Cardinals. Capoletti with the foul. And for Matt, that's his third. So 3 fouls on Capoletti. Each team now with 4 team fouls. Thomas into the lane, leans in. Thomas goes to the reverse. No. Militello with the cleanup. Jays' first 2 points of the game, and a technical foul is going to be called here on Thomas. A third technical foul against the Blue Jays in this game. Remember, they had a technical foul in the first half, and now a second technical foul here in the second half. This one is going to be called against Thomas. Oh, man. So the technical foul on Thomas, and this will put Raritan to the line. And again, Raritan, not the guy you want at the free throw line. He's a 91% free throw shooter coming into this game. And so now he'll have 2 shots. He's shooting the technicals. Whoa, he misses the second. $14 points for Connor Raritan tonight. It is a 1-point Cardinal lead. North Central with the ball here. 8:03 left. Blue Jays looking for a stop here as we are at the 8-minute mark of this one. Jones and Perry, 4 against 4. Shot is off the mark there by Pollock. Good rebound by Dotlich. The outlet to Perry. Nick quickly into the front court. Rohde. Skip pass over to Dotlich. Derek for 3. Yes. Derek Dotlich buries the triple, and there's a foul called. After the triple by Dotlich, who's the foul on? Dotlich with 18. And a foul is going to be called on who? Oh, Connor Raritan. Connor Raritan getting called for a push. That is his 4th. Wow, that's huge. Raritan and Jones are going to sit down for Todd Raritan. So Connor Raritan leaves with 4 fouls here with 7:38 left. Boy, that was a big play because the Blue Jays will get another opportunity. Perry for 3. Short. Thomas will get called for the foul. Levon Thomas with his 3rd. Well, check that. That's his 2nd. Well, is it his 3rd? I've got him with 3. It is indeed his 3rd. 6 team fouls for the Blue Jays, 5 team fouls for the Cardinals. 7:22 left. 3 ball by Meredith. Yes. Blaze Meredith, his first points of the game. And we seesaw back and forth, Cardinals by 1. 62-61 North Central. Rohde splits the defenders. The floater with the left hand, no good. Thomas with the rebound. Thomas got hacked. Levon Thomas with 1 dribble into the lane, and he was fouled on the arm. Before he got a shot off, the foul is on Mike Pollock, his first. It's the 6th team foul, so 1 more, and the Blue Jays will shoot 1 in the bonus. Up top to Perry. Under 7 minutes remaining. Dotlich fires it over to Militello. Back to Perry. 3 ball by Thomas. No good, and the rebound taken down by Capoletti. Cardinals with the ball in a 1-point lead. Meredith will take the 3, and he'll hit. Second 3 ball from the top of the key by Blaze Meredith, and the Cardinals lead by 4. Blaze Meredith was scoreless in the first half, but he has had back-to-back threes. Tough shot by Rhodey. Thomas with the rebound. The putback. The half hook is good. Lavon Thomas with a big bucket. 10 points for Thomas. And the Blue Jays are within 2. 6 minutes remaining. Another three ball by Meredith. That one is off. Thomas with the rebound. Into the hands of Perry. Nick quickly into the front court. Nick over to Dotlich. Dotlich will take the three. No good. Whistle on the rebound attempt. And it's going to be against Thomas, I believe. It is on Thomas, and for Thomas, that's his fourth. The Blue Jays are over the limit, and so Will Clausel will come to the foul line. He'll shoot one in the bonus. First trip to the foul line for Will. 4 points for him. He'll have one and the bonus here with 5:43 left. Three-point lead for the Cardinals, 66-63. Second one is good. Couple of big free throws by Clausel. Cardinals by 4, 67-63. North Central with the lead, 5:34 left. Rhodey directing traffic. He wants a screen set by Perry. There it is. Perry, it would hit the official. Rhodey with one on the shot clock. Front of the rim, and Chang got the rebound. That actually hit the official, but the official was inbounds, so it was play on. Boy, the Blue Jays did not get a good shot off that time. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Cardinals with the ball in a 4-point lead. Capoletti to Clausel. 8 to shoot. Pollock on the drive. 5 to shoot. Meredith back of the iron, no good, and over the back was Capoletti. 4 fouls now on Capoletti. Good box out by Lavon Thomas. And Lavon will walk to the other end. He will shoot one and the bonus. Boy, the Cardinals, Connor Raridan has 4. He comes back into the game. He comes in for Capoletti, who leaves with 4 fouls. Boy, the Blue Jays, if they could get the 5th foul on Connor Raridan, that would be beneficial. Thomas now with some big free throws here. 1 in the bonus. Nothing but net on the first one. Thomas is a perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line in this game. He's got 11. If he makes the free throws here, or the free throw, and he does, the Blue Jays are within 2. A dozen for Thomas. 67-65 Cardinals. Raridan, you figure he'll have the ball quite a bit the rest of the way. Popping up is Chang. 13 to shoot. Chang wide open for the 3, and he rattles it around and in. 3rd triple of the game for Chang. He's got 11. Cardinals by 5. Perry on the drive, and he lays it in, but there was a whistle before the shot, so wave off the bucket. It is the 10th team foul for the Cardinals. The foul was on Mike Pollock, his 2nd, and so it'll be 1 and the bonus here for Nick Perry. Big free throws here for Perry, an 80% free throw shooter. Nothing but net. And for Nick, that's his first point of the game. One possession game. The Blue Jays are 7 of 8 from the free throw line in the second half. 70-67. Cardinals with the ball in a 3-point lead. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Left wide open. Meredith for 3. That's no good. Thomas with the rebound. And now a chance for the Blue Jays to tie the game if they can hit a triple. This for the tie. Back of the iron. Too strong. Pollock with the rebound. Boy, that was a pretty good look by Thomas. He can hit that one right from the top of the key. I think Coach Baines would be happy with that shot. Cardinals with the ball, leading by 3. 8 to shoot. Clausel fades, tough shot, hits. Will Clausel with a fadeaway from the baseline. He's got 8, and the lead is back up to 5. 5-point lead for North Central. Trying to hand the Blue Jays their first loss of the season. Rohde backing out. 10 to shoot. Rohde for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Pollock. And now the Cardinals. We'll see if they run some clock. Raritan walking it up. Cardinals by 5. 2:40 left. Chang picks up his dribble. Raritan. 10 to shoot. Pollock, 7 on the shot clock. Pollock for 3. Front of the rim. Meredith getting the rebound and a kicked ball. It's going to go to the Blue Jays. Kicked ball by the Cardinals. So a new 30-second shot clock for the Blue Jays. Timeout taken by Coach Baines. And 30-second timeout. By the way, if you are a North Central College athletic fan, you probably know by now that the Cardinal football team played a Division III football semifinal game earlier today against Muhlenberg College, and North Central won 45-14. So they will now play in the Stag Bowl for the Division III National Championship next Friday at Wood Forest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas, against the winner of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater St. John's of Minnesota game. Brock Rutter, the quarterback for the Cardinals, now has 30 touchdown passes on the year. Friends, that is an NCAA record for any division, Division I, Division II, or Division III. 30 touchdown passes on the year. So congratulations to the Cardinal football team playing next Friday for a national championship. All right, Blue Jays ball here. 2:09 left. Trailing by 5. 72-67. Thomas driving baseline. Splits the defenders off the glass and in. Beautiful move by Levon Thomas, and the Blue Jays are within 3. One possession game here. The crowd getting into it. The Blue Jay bench on its feet. Raritan into the corner to Pollock. Pollock on the drive, kicks it out to Chang. Oh, Trang nearly dragged his pivot foot. Clausel on the drive, that should be they're calling a block. Oh my, I thought it was a charge. Perry, he may have been inside the circle. They're calling a block on Perry. Count the bucket by Clausel and a chance to complete the 3-point play. Oh my, it looked like Perry had position. But like I said, I was sort of blocked and I didn't see his feet. If he was inside the circle, then that would have been a pretty good call. Free throw no good. Militello got the rebound. The lead is still 5 now. 74-69. Blue Jays need a bucket here. 1:23 to go. 2-possession game. Doutledge for 3. That one way off to the right. Thomas, though, with the putback and the foul. Levon Thomas Great job on the offensive glass. Count the bucket and the foul. The foul is on Blaze Meredith. That is his fourth. And a chance now for Thomas to complete the three-point play, and he does. 17 points for Levon Thomas. And we've got ourselves a 2-point game. (74-72). Cardinals with the ball in a 2-point lead. 1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute. Raritan into the lane, spins, double team, kicks it out. Chang, his three is off the mark. Rebound Doutledge. 53 seconds remaining. Chance now for the Blue Jays to tie. Rhodey into the lane, nothing there. Out to Perry, up top. Oh, Thomas, and a timeout taken. Whoa, my. The Blue Jays take a timeout here. Just under 40 seconds remaining. Coach Baines drawing up a play here. 74-72. There's 40 seconds left in regulation. The Blue Jays will have 16 seconds to shoot. The Blue Jays have out-rebounded the Cardinals in this game 44-31. Levon Thomas has been a monster on the glass. 17 points for Thomas. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. 14 for Rhodey. Check that, Doutledge has 18. So Derek Doutledge with 18, Thomas with 17. 18 for Capoletti. Raritan has 14. Aaron Jones has 10. Will Clausel has 10 as well. So we'll see what kind of play Coach Baines draws up here. Rhodey with the ball. He wants to clear out on the far side. He hands the ball off to Doutledge. 8 to shoot. Perry. Perry drives into the lane on Raritan. Can't get it to go. Clausel with the rebound. Boy, Perry had a good look. Raritan didn't want to pick up his fifth foul. And now Thomas with the foul in the backcourt, and he fouls out of the game. Thomas fouls out with 20 seconds to go. He fouls out with 17 points. And to the line will be Will Clausel. Big free throws here. Clausel's first free throw is good. $11 points for Will. Cardinals by 3. He left that one short. So it's a one-possession game. Militello got the rebound. See if Coach Baines wants a timeout here. Instead, taking it all the way is Rhodey, and he lays it in. And a timeout taken here by the Blue Jays. So Elmhurst now within 1, 75-74. A timeout taken by the Blue Jays here with 11 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Oh, man. So the Blue Jays going to try to apply some full court pressure here, try to get the turnover, try to perhaps get a 5-second call. And if you're the Cardinals, you probably want to get the ball into the hands of Connor Raritan. He is one of the top free throw shooters for North Central. He is a 91% free throw shooter. Remember, he took all the technical fouls in this game. And so obviously the Cardinals want to get the ball in his hands. Well, what a finish. Whoever does get fouled here, if they indeed do foul the Cardinals and that person does hit the 2 free throws, it would still be a 1-possession game. However, the Blue Jays are without any timeouts. They have no timeouts remaining. That could come into play here. So watch Raritan. He's the guy triggering the inbound. Raritan still looking, and they call a timeout. They released Capoletta to go long. Raritan thought about throwing the baseball pass, but instead decided to keep it and call a timeout. The Cardinals, they still have 3 timeouts left. So good defense there by the Blue Jays, and wow. We'll see if Raritan is the inbounds man again after this timeout by the Cardinals. What a great finish here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. Typical CCIW battle. The Blue Jays 1-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, the Cardinals 1-1 in the CCIW coming into tonight. 75-74 North Central. It is a full timeout by the Cardinals. They have the ball. They have to go the entire distance. Just a tick under 12 seconds to go here in the ball game. Remember, Levon Thomas has fouled out of the game. All right, Raritan is again the inbounds man. Raritan, he gets it into Pollock. Pollock, double teamed, he picks up his dribble, and they're going to call a foul on Dotlich. Wow. Pollock picked up his dribble. The Blue Jays had the double team. However, they're going to call a reach-in on Dotlich. And for Derek, that is his second, and that'll bring Mike Pollock to the line. This is the first trip to the foul line for Pollock. Clock stops with 7 7/10 seconds left. And so the Blue Jays, because it's a double bonus here, Pollock will have 2 foul shots. Probably a good man to foul because Pollock hasn't been to the free throw line, but he buries that one, nothing but net. It's a 2-point game. If Pollock hits this one, it's still a 1-possession game. Remember, the Blue Jays don't have any timeouts left, so they have to take it the length of the court here. Second free throw by Pollock is no good. Perry, the Blue Jays down by 2. Rhodey for the lead. Back of the iron, no good, and the Cardinals hold on to win. What a finish. Jake Rhodey had a great look at a potential game-winning shot. It was on target. It just hit the back of the iron and bounced out, and the Cardinals of North Central prevail by 2. A tough road win for the Cardinals, and the Blue Jays suffer their first loss of the year. Leading scorers real quick here for the Cardinals. Matt Capoletti with 18, Raritan with 14, Clausel and Chang each with 11. Aaron Jones had 10. So 5 Cardinals in double figures tonight. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, Derek Dotledge with 18 points, Levon Thomas with 17, Rhodey with 16, and Hooker with 10 off the bench for the Blue Jays. So your final score from R.A. Fagnall Hall, North Central wins it by 2, 76-74. Mark Kruger saying so long from Elmhurst. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com. So long, everybody.